Okay, I put together a quick drawing of what I would do for the roasting system. I know I got this dryer the wrong color, but it's basic understanding of my layout. I picture a building out here, and I drew that building 24 foot by 56 foot. That there would be able to house up to 4 roasters, 4 8-ton-a-day systems. The design I have here, now this is just the way I'm designing it, your local millwright may say different, is I'm picturing, instead of reclaiming these 2 bins back to the elevator, we would reclaim those bins to the roaster and have it feed the roaster. That way you pull out of one of them bins, dump right back into the roaster. Maybe you take it and take this far bin here and have this auger dump come right from there, or actually the closer one would probably be better, to pull out of that bin, dump right into an auger feeding the roaster. Now this would be the least amount of grain handling to roast right out of a big bin. Although your millwright, this is something I've done often, but sometimes millwrights don't like the idea of the augers starting and stopping on the unload, and in that case we could put a hopper bin out here and turn this system around. So I would say I'm just going to make another so I'll go like this. Whoops, that didn't work as planned. So let's go like this, and so if the millwright doesn't want to pull out of there and he wants a hopper bin, we can put a hopper bin out here that the augers feed the roasters, and then the meal blows up to the hopper bin from the hammer mill. Now that's spun around, but you get the idea. So we would either go like this with a hopper bin set in here that the elevator would feed to feed the roasters, or we would go with this right here and bring the grain right out of those bins. Might be better off just to take this bin unload, turn this floor over here. That way you'd have a short auger going to feed here. That might be the best bet, is just turn the unload in here to bring it out right here. Then you have a short auger coming to here. And I will quote you the equipment for this cyclone pipe and the equipment in here: the hammer mill, the cooling hoppers, the roasters, and a steam vent that pulls the steam off the roasters out, and automation. And then the auger here will have your millwright supply, and he can put whatever he wants in there. I would kind of like to have that, have a little say in that. I'd like to talk to your millwright to make sure we get that right. And then we have a Y pipe in here to fill the 2 roasters. So I'll get you the quote on the cyclone, the pipe, the elbows, the hammer mill, the meal blower, the hammer mill, the cooling hoppers, all of this equipment in here, and then I'll leave that auger out for you to, for your millwright to supply. That's just a standard auger to fill the tail of those roasters. So I'll get you that equipment. This is the layout I would go with. If you want more details on this layout, I can put more measurements. What I'm figuring is, like I said, a 24 by 56 foot building, and 8 foot from the concrete out to the building. That way, if you ever redo this bin in the future or something, you're not against the building, and you have room to go in between here if you need to access something. So this is what I am picturing. And then we would want an overhead bin over here. That overhead bin, I recommend a sealed roof overhead bin. I like the 10-degree roofs that either Brock or Sukup builds. 10-degree roof, 60-degree hopper. Also would recommend a fluidizer on the hopper. That way the meal flows out like water. It will flow without any agitator or anything in the hopper, but you may have to hit it a time or two with a mallet to get it started flowing each time you go to load. So I really and it won't flow but only about half the speed or less than half the speed, whereas if you put a fluidizer in by Solimar, it will flow out like water. Also, this hopper needs to be a 60-degree hopper on this overhead loadout. So that is what I'm looking at. Let me know your thoughts and I will put more details to it.